not gonna lie. The entire time leading up to this, I did think about naming myself William Powers. Yes, that's right, willpower.
I have a lot of willpower.
I think I tried explicitly humping it, and I still ended up perfectly average.
All right, 2 more minutes. And we'll start camp.
I mean, what do you consider average?
Evo, are you back? You're just on mute?
Hey Vic, got a question still.
Okay. Uh-huh. What's up?
So I have a general understanding with nobles and stuff, but I'm not sure about wood elves. So what is Tifane to me? Like if I see her, am I like slamming my forehead on the ground and licking her toenails, or spitting on her?
Say that again? Oh, no. You're a high elf or a wood elf? You're both wood elves,
We're
right?
both wood elves, but she's a
Oh, no.
noble.
Doesn't matter. You, well, understand that I don't really condone or think it's good characters to be ordering other characters around. Doesn't lend itself to a good dynamic. So that should be used sparingly at best. Right now, I just treat each person as party member. Nobles, yeah, you kind of defer a little bit, but you know, it shouldn't become some sort of, even though the world has got a hierarchy within the one a solid, and that doesn't lend itself to. You got people.
Well, I didn't vote for.
So,
You didn't vote for anybody.
Exactly.
Shut the hell up.
all right, so time to cue, I think, the music to set the tone. And here it comes.
Ooh.
All right. And hold on. Is that the right one? Yeah, I did. All right. And there we go.
Just a little loud.
You got to turn it down. You got to go to your settings, the upper right
Oh.
corner, and turn your master music
There it
volume
is.
down.
Yeah, okay. I
Also-
can do it myself now.
Yeah. I can't control that. I control the music on my side, but I can't control the music on your side.
I
Okay.
think you
Well,
can adjust the sound, the level that it plays at on your side as well.
I
Yeah,
can.
no, I've got it.
Yeah, I can. But it
Yeah.
Roll20 defaults to max. Go figure. So when you start a new game, all your music's at max. And here we go. All right. Let's get your characters out here.
Did you get my new token? I sent it to you directly.
Yeah, I don't have time. I'm not going to put it in right now. I'll do it
That's fine.
later.
The one I have works.
You guys can place yourselves where you want to be. What you are seeing, and I will describe the situation here in a bit. You are all in Delberts. You are all going to Altorf for your own reasons, which I hopefully would like to see in a backstory. One purpose or the other, whether it's to go join Prince Tassanik or whether it's to seek work. The only, or you may have had work here and decided to leave because you weren't making ends meet. But for one reason or another, you are going to Alta. There are no riverboats coming from Delberts to Altdorf. And so you are taking a coach. Now, for you nobles, all right, you're going to be able to go inside the carriage, inside the coach. For everyone else, you're going on top. and you've cut a deal with the driver and the brakeman to serve as extra guard duty for a cut rate in the travel, because it's usually quite expensive. And as we start this out, as we open the curtain, you are outside the Delb Inn and Tavern and in front of the Ratchet Line coach at 4 a.m. in the town of Delbers. Why are you here? Where did you come from? You're on your way for your own reasons that you may choose to share to the great city of Altdorf, capital of the empire. It will be a 3-day journey. For most of you, you've signed on to ride on the top of the coach as added guards. You're getting a cut rate. It's foggy, it's cold, it's damp. 2 lanterns have been placed on poles, put into the front 2 corners, providing light. So there's poles up atop on the front 2 corners of the coach, and they've got lanterns above them. The driver is hitching the horse team, and the brakeman is securing pieces of luggage to the back of the coach. This luggage apparently belongs to a young woman dressed in very fine clothes, and you sense she's nobility. Why did Daddy book me on this coaching line? They have the worst reputation. I mean, look at this coach. And as you look at the coach, the paint is peeling. There are dents in the side, possibly from arrows or bolts. The coach is teetering back and forth on its springs, which look like they should have been replaced years ago. It's a coach that's definitely seen better days. Besides this young woman is a very tall woman, short blonde hair, dressed in plate with a sword at her side. Another looks to be a servant of some type and seems mousy. It's over here. You see right here, a tall, thin man, long, wavy black hair, whisper thin, long mustache that curls at the edges, foppish, wide-brimmed hat with a white feather, foppish clothes. And though the clothes look nice, they look a little bit worn. You get a sense he may be Bretonian. A small hobbit waits as well. He has a sling bag over his shoulder, dressed in common, somewhat poor clothes. Then, what happened to the game? And all of a sudden, bursting out from the inn, a little late, you see this guy. And he's carrying a stack. He's got a backpack loosely over his shoulder. He's got a stack of books. And as he bursts through the door, some of the books fall, and he picks them up real quickly, trying to assemble them into some sort of cohesion. And then the young woman chirps in, "Why do we have to leave so early?" And the brakeman responds, "Because it's a long journey to the next inn." And he continues securing the luggage. Also waiting around this coach are you. So please, without naming names yet, because you don't know each other, describe yourselves. Let's start with
I'm sorry, you broke out. Who are you talking to?
Vogel, describe yourself.
Oh, I am an alabaster white man, exceedingly pale. Hair, eyes, skin, all basically the same color. I easily reach the top shelves of any home, although I never do, because that would get my hands dirty, because I know that my servants don't clean as well as they should. Daddy never punished them.
He's a vamp. No. Okay. And let's go to Dornara. Describe yourself.
I am basically 6'2", cloaked from head to toe. I am an elf, and you could probably tell if you look closely, but other than that, I'm mostly covered. And so far, I've kept to my.
Okay. And Garrett,
All right.
describe
Sheriff
yourself.
is a average-looking and rather tall-looking human who has a very wispy brown hair, dark brown hair even. Currently, he's dressed like he is a servant of some noble, but he doesn't seem to have actually talked to anyone or hang around any of the nobles, though he remains in their proximity enough to seem like he belongs.
Okay. Alberic. Alberic.
Albert, he's a man in his early 20s. Would known outlaws be branded in any way?
No. You haven't been caught yet, have you?
Probably not, although,
If you had been, you wouldn't be here. So no.
right.
Now,
He's
if getting around Johnny Law, they'll notice you. They may pay particular attention. Did I see a picture on a poster? Something like that.
he's a short man with gray eyes and golden blonde hair, dressed in leather jerkin, simple clothing, and a beat up old hat that doesn't go with anything he's wearing.
Okay. Evo.
Evo, tall, well built. Let's see. Appears to be a fairly worn man, but if you look at his face underneath the hood, you'll notice he has the features and face of actually someone fairly young. For the most part, he doesn't care that much where he sits, so long as it's in a nice corner where he can rest his head. He kind of just clings to his clothes and catches and occasionally makes glances at people nearby, but otherwise hasn't attempted to make any conversation.
Okay. Lady Tiffany.
Fane, but yeah.
Tiffane. Fane? Okay. Tiffane? Okay. Lady Tiffane.
She is a tall, willowy lady with blonde hair, obviously elf and very aristocratic looking, but seems to not have as much maybe her cousins might have, although it's obvious that she's not as grandiose as a typical high elf. So she will talk and is interested in what people have to say, but maybe not horribly effervescent.
All right. Now, eventually the luggage gets secured to the back of the coach. The horses are hitched up. The driver gets on the coach in his spot. The brakeman holds open the door. The nobles are allowed to be inside, which will include these. And at that moment, you notice, because I wasn't expecting two nobles, that this guy, the foppish Bretonian, speaking with a stupid French accent, and the academic here with all the books are arguing about they paid for a journey inside, and Brakeman says, I have no choice. So one of you have to ride on top. And you notice this guy has a pistol in his belt and a rapier. And this guy kind of looks down at the ground and says, okay, I'll get on top. So
Can
she and
I
her
interrupt?
entourage. Go ahead.
I want to lean. I'm assuming my servant is outside.
Oh, your servants. Yeah. I forgot about them.
Yeah. I'm going to lean to the window. I'm going to lean to the window and call my servant over and say, send the man with the books over.
Send the man with the books where?
Over.
Over
Here.
where? Oh, okay.
Interpret my orders like a good servant.
Okay, so he goes and he says, "My master would like to speak to you." Yeah, yeah. What can I do for you? Yes, my lord.
Oh, the man
Comes
with the
over
books
this
is the
one.
one with the weird accent? I thought he was
Yeah.
the low-kept guy who seemed very civil.
This guy is very civil. Yes. Yeah. What can
Okay.
I do for you?
I heard that you had a inside carriage seat booked.
Yes, I did. But you've got it now. It's all right. No problem.
Are you a learned man?
I'd like to think so. Yes.
Has the other guy moved to take his seat yet?
This guy?
The
Not yet.
the one you described as having a strange French accent.
The
Yes.
Bretonian.
This
Yeah.
guy is coming to move in. He's going to be sitting by you guys.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
look to my servant and say, block him. And I'm gonna open the side door on my side so that this guy can get in.
Oh, okay. So you get in, and the outrage. Ah! And he storms off a little bit, and he's going to end up getting on top, but he can't obviously argue with. And so you guys are down here, which I am now going to put at the GM layer, because everybody else goes on top, and it's going to be a tight fit. You are going to have people dangling off over the edge here. You can have 6 people here, and anyone else, unfortunately, has to hold on to the sides the whole way. Okay, so at this point, we have her. Yeah, there we go. And we have Anton. The servants are going to go up. Okay, and we can get. Do we have 2 up here? Yeah, there's 2. Yeah, everybody can fit on top. 1, 2, 3, and the gunner goes, "All right, lads, up the back." And you see there's a ladder behind which the luggage has been secured. And you guys all go up this ladder. You see that there are handrails only about 6 inches above the top of the coach for holding on. And gunner gets on, and the driver reins the horses forward, and it goes at a slow trot as they're going down. And eventually the western gate of Delbert's looms up. The gate guards open the gate and wave you through. The fog is obscuring much. The light is coming out from the 2 lanterns, and they were storm lanterns, so they've got them facing forward. But the first thing you notice is that the road is barely bigger than the coach. Also, for those on top, you feel almost every bump that you're going over. Even the horses are going at a medium trot due to the darkness and the fog. And you feel that after a day of this, it's going to be a very, very long day. After a couple of hours, the sun rises and the fog starts burning off. The driver flips the reins, goes, "Ha!" And the horses start going at a full gallop. Absolute full gallop, which these coaching lines are known for. And the brakeman turns back. He goes, "Hold on to the railings back there, lads." And you notice the Drakewald Forest is a few miles to your left. The Five Sisters Hills are to the right. And ahead of you, you can see off into the distance where the road actually enters into the Drakewald. After a few more hours of and you're not sure how far it is because you guys are just getting completely jostled up on top, the forest is approaching. Brakeman turns back, says, "Keep watch. There's low-hanging branches." Sun barely comes through the thick canopy as the coach goes into the forest. And to your shock, the coach doesn't slow down one bit. It's a harrowing journey marked by ducking under branches, almost tipping over feeling like it's going to tip over. It turns in the road, but the driver keeps his pace. After a little while, you see another coach behind you. It's gaining ground. And eventually your driver pulls over and lets the other coach pass when there's finally a let up in the encroaching forest over this road. We're starting right in the middle of spring, and the roads haven't been maintained yet since winter. And you notice it's car tack lines. You're on ratchet lines, and it's a car tack lines coach. Looks to be much newer, much better condition, and certainly much faster. And as you're going through this dark forest, you can see deer, that pop up every now and then. But at one point, some of you see a goat and you point at it, but you could have sworn it had the body of a human.
Oh.
Look. After a few more hours, the sun starts setting, and when the light is finally extinguished, the driver stops, the poles are put back up, the lanterns placed on top of them, and the brakeman brings out 2 more lanterns from the back and gives them to you, and he says, "Keep watch. There's evil things in this forest." Coach continues for another 2 hours at a much slower pace. At times you can see the eyes reflecting the light back from the forest, and then they just suddenly disappear. And just when you think you can't take it anymore, you come around a bend and you see lights of a walled inn. It has a sign in front showing coach and horses. The light is warm and you hear the sounds of merrymaking from within. And as the coach stops, Brakeman turns back and he says, "Good thing you were with us. Those beastmen were following us for miles." And let me get you guys. 3. Anton. Alexa. GM. That's it.
I had to
Okay.
put some distance from that.
All right. And here we switch maps again. And you guys get off. Missed a bunch. Hold on. Back over here. You guys get off. The brakeman unloads all of the luggage. The people inside the coach get out first, and then you guys are allowed top. And as you guys enter, there we go. Go ahead and move your tokens. I'm going to go ahead and set the 2 servants to be moved by you guys so I don't have to move them. Let me do that right now. Controlled by all players. Why not? Controlled by all players. And here are the front doors of the coach and horses inn.
I believe my serpent is on the map twice.
Is it? Where?
Indeed.
She is on
Here
there.
and
Oh,
there.
Anton is already on. I brought him up by accident. Anyone else on twice? There's Alexa.
Yeah, I think
on
she is
twice.
there. There you go.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, guys. And move your tokens. The brake, actually, Gunner and Holtz are in the process, actually, of now decoupling untethering the horses, everything where they will be stabled here, as well as the coach. You see another coach, actually, also the Kratak lines that passed you earlier today. And this is the front door. You guys can go straight on in.
I
Coming in
imagine
here.
that Anton would announce me before I enter.
Okay, sure. I actually have never had anyone play it that way before, but yeah, it works.
I mean,
Yes.
I'm probably not of the noble level that you would do such a
Wh-
thing, but it's
Where
probably
are you?
something.
Where are you from?
I am from. Well, let's go with something
Think
I
of.
know. Let's go with something I know. Middenheim. I'm from Middenheim.
He wouldn't announce you here.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. He probably wouldn't, but I make him.
Aha. His noble sir. What's your full name? It's Morten Vogel. Casper Vogel von Middenheim. And you walk in after.
Yep.
Suppose
Let's
I
see.
should go next since I'm noble, but I won't be announced.
No. Yeah, Wood Elf. They would probably be more scared of you than anything else. And you see the crowd stop. And the barkeep, Gustav, comes running up. Yes, my lord. Yes. What can I do for you? So busy here tonight.
Do you have private rooms available?
Absolutely. 10 shillings a room. Best
And
quality.
you deign to insult me in such a way?
What?
Do not mention money in my presence. I do not
Ah.
dirty myself with such material possessions.
Okay. I'm sorry. Hey, yeah. 10. Well, oh, sorry. I was almost going to say it again. Yes, we have rooms.
Very well, show me the way.
And he does. And you go upstairs. And you can drag yourself down the map. I will show it to you right here. There we go. And he has a room for you right here.
Oh, down, okay. Outside
Down.
the square. Gotcha.
Yeah. There we go. I didn't do.
Ah, yes, the room rented by Hogwarts.
Yes, it's got the Hogwarts symbol. Try to find rugs. Sorry, so I just grabbed something.
Sir
All right.
Gryffindor stayed here one night.
Yes, a Gryffindor. What's that? Okay, so you have a room. And the rest of you, what are you doing?
Garrett has been walking back towards the other side of the carriage and has been looking off the distance back down the trail.
Mhm.
After the mention of beastmen, he starts trying to wonder how many he may have saw, if they're still around, if he hears any noises out there, and if there's
Okay.
a reason why they wouldn't come here.
Make a stealth urban. I mean rural.
Okay.
Actually, you don't have stealth urban. You have stealth.
I have urban rather than rural.
Go ahead and make a regular stealth. And that success level -4 is generally not good. You want a high success level in the positives or 0.
Yep, you want to
So
roll lower, and I did not.
as you head out from the inn, you notice this inn is fortified in a sense. It's got walls going around it over here to the rear. The front doors look heavy, iron shod. The windows all can be shuttered at a moment's notice. As a matter of fact, it doesn't look like they can be easily opened on the outside. So it's a minor fortification, which is probably going to keep most beastmen hordes away. The other thing you notice as you get away from the inn and the sounds of what's coming in from the inn, which is, people eating, talking, the forest makes no sound.
Hmm.
No sound at all. No insects, no nothing. It's almost oppressive as you get further and further away from the sounds.
Right. Garrett doesn't intend to head too far away, not even out of eyesight, honestly.
Right.
So, satisfied at least with his answers, he's going to go ahead and head back.
Marie here. I didn't explain her. I think I forgot to. She's in full plate. She's the bodyguard Isolde. And when you guys were in the cart, Isolde was complaining the whole way, and she kept talking about Daddy. Now, why did Daddy put me? Why couldn't it be 4 seasons? Yeah, look at this. I'm never even going to get some sleep in this. Oh my God, I think I hurt my neck. Did I hurt my neck, Yana? And she was like that the entire way there. Marie was silent. She looks like her. She goes out, she gets the crates and takes them upstairs. Let me get this on. This keeps moving on me. And she starts unloading and taking. And you can tell she's pretty strong, and she's tall, 6'1". What do you guys want to do? The Hobbit comes in over here, gets a drink.
Typhane will go to Lady Isolde and introduce herself as, "Oh yes, I'm the Lady Typhane. Would you like to join me for supper?"
She looks at you. Go ahead, make a charm. Your will come in play. You'll get a +1 success level. This will be opposed. She looks at you, first with a moment of disdain, as you're obviously a wood elf. And
Let's hope
then
she fails worse than me.
she did. And she says, sure, why not? I've never eaten with a wood elf before. I've heard nothing but rumors you're wild barbarians. Is this true?
I'm sorry, you cut out there for a second. What did you say?
Am I cutting out every now and then, or is it me? Or
Mostly at like the end of
Yeah,
sentences.
you've been doing that. Also, you got a lot quieter all of a sudden.
I did.
Sorry.
Well, now
You-
you're talking louder again.
Okay. Well, she says here. I'll turn up mic volume a little bit. She says, I've never eaten with wood elf before. I hear nothing but I've heard you're nothing but wild barbarians. Is that true?
I don't know the half of it, she says and smiles. But I'm sure less strange than fiction.
How exciting! I've never met a barbarian before, especially a barbarian noble.
I'm going to press her for just who she is, like where she's from, her family, where she's going to.
Make another charm.
See if I'm a little bit more charming. Yeah.
Yeah. She says, my name is Isolde von Waffen. My father is a cousin of the emperor and a
Oh, my.
counselor in the emperor's court.
I've never met someone such as so high in esteem, such as your ladyship.
And you
Oh.
see Marie come back eventually, and she's just glowering right over you. She doesn't trust you one bit. And she's just staring down, looking at you.
I'll have
And
dinner.
so, Marie, sit down and have some food. She's fine. She's just a harmless barbarian. And okay, anything else you want to?
Well, I guess I'll just stay pleasant and not. But just wait until after dinner before I ask if she wants to play cards.
You have a human servant.
Indeed, I do.
Oh, what depths did she fall to?
Nothing so dramatic, I'm sure. No, Alexa's a wonderful young lady
I'm sure
with
she
her
is.
steps.
And you can see she's looking very strangely at Alexa for serving herself. All right, and Gunnar and Holtz, eventually come in. They're ordering drinks. Garrett, you're at the bar. Philippe pulls out a deck of cards and he's looking around the room. And he comes up to here and you hear him say, "Can I off?" And I'm not even going to try it in a stupid French accent, but do you want to play some cards? And these two agree. And he sits down and he starts dealing. Anyone want to get in on a game of cards?
Albrecht would definitely like to get in on this.
Garrett will approach the table. Mind if I?
Sure. And who else wanted to get in?
I
Oh,
want to
right.
watch over it and keep a perceptive eye on the game.
Okay. Move
I want
your
to
token.
play.
And Evo, what do you want to do? You want to play too? Philip looks quite happy. And let's play one round because Dorinara, you're going to hear something here. So everybody roll your gamble. First of all, the Philip brings up a cost of, he first pulls out 10 pence. Actually, we'll make it 5 pence. Everybody ante up?
I have as a crown. Oh dear.
That's all right. You can get change up here. You
Okay.
can get that. That's 240 pence, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah. So everyone make a gamble. -1. I got a 0. Who else is gambling? I see Albert. I see Garrett.
Oh dear.
Okay. And Alberic, you win.
Excellent. So
And
how much?
1,
is
2, 3. You win 30 pence. 1, 2, 25 pence. And Dor Anara, you're at the bar. You've ordered a drink.
I'm also
And
keeping an eye on that game. Can I roll perception to see if there's any potential foul play?
go ahead. You're going to get a little distracted here, but go ahead and roll.
I also have
Perception.
sight, so I don't
Yeah,
know how acute
perception.
sense works.
Oh, you have
Wow.
acute sight? That gives you a benefit. That's very good. You don't think there's anything negative or any underhanded dealings going on.
I'm gonna look bored.
And you hear Gunnar go, Holtz, I don't want to do this job anymore, Holtz. It's too dangerous. You saw those beastmen. I heard there was a coach attacked a week ago. I think I'm going to change jobs in Altdorf. Holtz goes, Gonna just have some more drinks. What are you going to do? Become a stevedore? Work on the docks? Come on. You're a driver and a good one. I can't lose a good driver. We've got these lads with us. We'll be fine. But Holtz, the Emperor's not maintaining the roads. He's not keeping them up. He's trying to build his army. This is just getting too dangerous. Holtz goes, Gonna, drinks are on me tonight. Just keep drinking and shut up. All right. And let's roll again. Another, this time he brings up 10 pence. Philip does, as you guys are betting around. Anyone want to up that amount? He ups to 10 pence.
Well, up to a single shilling.
That's it's almost a shilling. Yeah, but 10 pence. Everyone who's in, who's out?
I'm in. Albert.
Oh, if you're raising it above 10, then it's so
No,
too
it's
rich
10.
for me.
It's 10. 10
Okay,
pence.
so just 10 then.
Yeah, who's
I'll do
out?
it.
Who's in?
Oh, I'll
Okay.
be in.
Okay, so anyone out? Albert? Garrett?
Albert's
I'm in.
in.
Okay, everybody roll. Gamble. And Dor Anara, go ahead and make another perception. Philip wins that one. So mark yourselves down 10 pence plus the 5 for the last game.
Done and done.
Really?
Uh,
I had 3 margins of success.
You don't think he is cheating.
Hmm.
But with your acute sense, you can tell this isn't the first time he sat at a table gambling.
Ah,
Okay.
Everyone want to stay? This time he pulls out a shilling.
I'll toss that in.
Well, it's been a
Rich
fun
enough.
set of hands, but I'll have to decline that one.
Okay, move yourself off. All right. And everyone else is staying? Roll your gamble.
I use a fortune point.
Yes, you can. Go for it.
All right. How often do fortune points?
In
Oh.
2E, it was once a day. In 4E, it is once per session. So you have that many fortune points for the entire session tonight.
Nailed it.
And you did nail it.
Cool.
Make a perception, and Philip wins.
Don't believe that at all.
You didn't see anything.
I'm gonna make a
You make a perception. Go for it.
Come on.
Yeah. You get a sense he may have cheated, but you have no proof.
Can I actually fortune that?
Yeah, you can. Of course you can. Roll again. No, you still didn't beat his sleight of hand. So he wins. So mark yourself down a shilling, which is 12 pence or shilling. And that's it. You guys want to continue gambling with him?
Reason I don't get in these kinds of games.
I don't want to continue.
Lady, okay, Tiffane. All right, you don't want to continue. So the rest of the night passes pretty much without incident. You continue your small talk with Isolde. Yana, that actually should have been Yana, not Anna, is a mousy servant, and Isolde's pretty rough on her every time she opens her mouth. She says, well, why couldn't Daddy book me on a Four Seasons coach? Yana goes, well, my lady, that's because Four Seasons doesn't go to Delbert's. Isolde goes, oh, shut up, Yana. And so that sort of behavior throughout the night. This guy looks to be an initiate of Sigmar, not on your coach, probably on the Cartax line. This guy looks to be a laborer. This is the academic who's on your coach. This just looks to be an artisan family going from Delbert's to Altdorf for work.
That was Ernst you were talking about, right?
Ernst, yeah.
Yeah. So I'd like to send Anton down to retrieve Ernst.
And where did Anton disappear to?
Oh, he's up with me.
Okay. Oh, I see. So he comes down. Oh, and Ernst. Okay. And he gathers his books and puts them in his pouch, and comes upstairs. And Anton opens the door. Yeah, yes, my lord.
And Casper would be sitting at this desk, which apparently the room is furnished with.
Yep.
Having organized, I guess, quill and paper would be there, or would that not be provided by the inn?
That would not be provided. Yeah.
Okay. And I don't have any. That's fine. I'm just sitting at a blank desk, then. I don't actually need anything. And I will sit and I'll turn. Would it be assumed that Ernst and I would have talked at some point during the ride here, or did we just travel in silence?
Sure.
Okay.
It was loud and bumpy because the cobblestones and the lack of shocks on the coach, everything was just really loud, really bumpy.
Right. And what did he profess his profession to be?
I'm going to the University of Altdorf on the way, pouncing along.
Really? To what end?
I'm going to teach there.
I'm sorry. Really? To what end?
Yeah. No. I'm going to teach history.
The history of...
The time of the great upheaval and the three kings and Magnus the Pious. The unification and the great chaos war that came after.
Featuring primarily in what realms of speciality?
Oh, I'm an expert in that period. I'm going to teach about what happened with the three kings and Magnus and the resulting war afterwards.
Right, but primarily from the viewpoint of what? Political, social, economic, military? What?
All of it. All of it.
Oh, so you are a generalist. A historical generalist, then.
Yes.
And what books have you brought with you?
Oh, quite a few. Books on history, books on treaties by Magnus the Pious, personal accounts for those who were with him, his own writings, you name it.
I see. And not to bogart the limelight, I just want to have Casper talk to Ernst throughout the night about. I guess Magnus would be the subject of interest for him right now.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Magnus the Pious,
Right.
who reunified the emperor and led the fight against chaos in the Great Patriotic War. At least how they call it in Kislev. Okay. So you're talking with him. Everyone else, anything else you guys want to do? This is the other driver and the other brakeman from the Cartax lines. As a matter of fact, let me give you another handout. Be common. Maps. No. Where is that? Where did I put? There it is. Coaching lines. These are the various coaching lines run. Oh, Karak. Sorry, I'm calling Cartax. Cartac lines of Altdorf, as well as the Ratchet lines of Altdorf. They are competitors. And so, unless there's anything you guys want to do, first of all, food. It costs 1 shilling to eat average. It costs 10 pence to eat poor. And if you eat poor food, you get a 10% chance of getting the galloping trots. And it costs 2 shillings to eat well. So first of all, what are you guys going to order for food?
I'll
Oh,
eat poor.
I have to eat well, of course.
Okay, so you
I don't
guys.
have a choice but poor.
Okay, so you're going to eat poor. Evo, you're going to eat poor.
Okay.
10
And I just did my percent roll.
Uh-huh. And you're fine.
Uh,
Uh-huh. You're both fine. You eat poor and you didn't get the galloping trots. You're good. And the hobbit over there in the corner eats as well. He can only afford poor food. Albrecht, you're fine. And then the 2 nobles eat well.
Eat well,
Sure.
yes.
Okay.
Would it be right to assume that the price of food would be included in a room?
No.
Could
10
I
shilling per
could
night.
I have my display from earlier count as a haggling attempt?
You want to try to haggle them down? Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead, haggle.
Any modifier for status?
Nope. Oh, you get a modifier for status, yes.
Yes.
That's plus 20. Go ahead and roll. Yeah, and he, of course, Lord. It will be 9 shillings. Okay, 8 shillings for the room, and the food for both of you, if you're eating well, will be 3 shillings instead of 4. How's that? So that's a grand total of 12 shillings.
I imagine the conversation is literally just all him as I'm giving him various degrees of hard looks. But yeah, I guess Anton can eat well. He does represent me, and if he's seen to be eating poor food, then it seems like I'm a poor noble. Sure.
Possibly. Or you could say he's just a peasant serf.
He is, but the quality of my house is also the quality of my servants.
Tefane, what kind of food do you want to get your servant?
I mean, like, servants. But, well,
You cut out. What was that?
never mind.
Say that wasn't
Okay.
Tefane speaking.
Okay, Tefane, what food do you want to get your servant?
I'll give her average food.
Okay, so that would be 1 shilling. 2 for you, 3 shillings total, plus a private room, I assume?
Yes.
10 shillings. All right. So grand total of 13 shillings for you. All right. Everyone else, where are you going to stay? In the common room? 5 pence?
That sounds good.
I suppose so. But
Common room it
also,
is.
there was something I wanted to do before we turned in for the night, if that's all
Sure.
right.
Same here.
Sure.
You first.
Go ahead.
All right. As Gunnar starts to, get into his slightly panicked talk about army buildup and beastmen, I try to approach the pair and say, "So, sounds like you're privy to events outside Mindenheim, from the sound of it."
What was that? You said on Midnight?
Outside Mindenheim, sounds like you're privy to goings on around Altdorf.
I'm not sure what he's saying. Maybe I've had too much to drink. Yeah, maybe me too, Gunnar. What about Altdorf?
Sorry, am I coming through? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your question? I'm still not following it.
I'm basically trying to do like a gossip roll, see if there's any interesting, noteworthy goings on about where we're going into, because my character has never been to Altdorf.
Right. Okay. Gunnar says, yeah, I heard the village of Blue Chalk has been wiped out by a mysterious disease. It's close to Altdorf. They broke out in red blotches. So I'd suggest you make sure you stay well clear of anyone with red marks on their skin.
Oh,
Yeah.
good to know. Should I actually try to make a gossip roll?
Yeah, make a gossip roll. I gave you that for free. Go ahead. Pose it. Yeah, they're both talkative. They're getting drunk. Oh, I heard the mayor of Grunberg was burnt at the stake a few months ago for being in league with Chaos Spawn. He'd been overheard talking to his cat and feeding it human blood in its milk. More than one witness proclaimed that he had heard the mayor telling his cat to drink his bloody milk. Anyway, that's how the rumors are going. So, but you do get a sense that they both say the roads are getting worse. The emperor's not bothering to maintain them anymore. He's too busy building up his imperial army. All right.
While he's
All right.
busy talking with Holtz, getting that last nugget of wisdom, I'm gonna strike up a small conversation with Gunner. Go, I hear you about it not being safe out there. Seems awfully quiet out there tonight. Last time I was somewhere that quiet, a bunch of people decided to come out around a corner and try to jump me. Got a bad feeling about these beastmen.
It's
Dangerous.
never safe here. This part of the road is very dangerous. We're getting to the
Exactly.
heart of the Drakwold.
Once we're back out on the road, it's going to be very dangerous.
Yes, it is. Luckily, we have you. Yeah.
That's true.
Well, I kept them at bay. They probably would have attacked us if it weren't for you lads.
I can always say I'll do my best, but you're kind of the key to us getting anywhere safe. I wouldn't want anything happening to you. But travel's getting a little iffy. My pocket's a little empty. Maybe for a handful of shilling, I could make sure to stand between you and any beastmen that pop up.
Yeah, that's what we brought you here for. Maybe we should just leave you here. What do you think, Holtz? Yeah, maybe we should.
Well, sure, but a fight's a big chaotic thing, and I could
Well,
stand by your side.
why do you think you're here? That's why we let you on top of the couch. Go ahead and make a charm.
Okay. I'm only looking out for your safety.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm sorry, but we can't really do much. We're under rules from our company. We can't give you any money. We allow people to ride on top simply so they provide extra swords in the event of any problems. But we are not authorized to give you anything extra.
Oh, it's nothing to do with the company, just between you and me.
No, sorry. We're
Oh.
just going to drink our night away.
Well, suit yourself then. I'll go ahead and drink a little more. And Garrett will
Okay.
probably somewhere in the back of his like, oh shit, I'm running out of money.
Okay. Everybody go to the common room. That is over here. Who is going to the common room? And let me reveal this. There we go.
Sorry, I missed that ping. Where's that?
What?
Oh, okay, right there.
Common room's in there.
Where's my
so-
room? Upstairs.
Yeah. Eventually, these guys come. Your rooms are upstairs. You don't have to worry about moving your tokens. Everyone roll percents.
Everyone?
Everyone in the common room. Roll
Okay.
percentile
Perception, you say?
dice. Tell me if you get a 10 or less. Not perception, percentile dice, 10 or less.
Okay.
There's one.
Ooh.
Well, that wasn't a proper roll, but I did roll a 7.
Alberic, make a perception.
All right.
And that's not a bad roll. Mine's better. Okay. Let's take a look. In the morning,
All our shit's missing.
your pouch, your sling bag is gone, which I think had the tinderbox and the matches.
The sling bag.
Oh, yeah. Your sling bag is gone with the tinderbox and matches.
I did roll a 7 online. Should I roll perception?
No,
Oh.
you weren't being stolen. Yeah, that's a good roll, but you weren't being
Okay.
stolen from. Okay. Every time you stay in a common room, you have a 10% chance of somebody stealing from you. Everyone else roll.